Give it up for Bronson Jones, everybody. He talked about my head. I'm bald. It's alright. I've been bald since I was 22. I usually tell people the more hair I lose, the more head I get. What? Oh. Are we telling jokes here? What's going on? This next comic wrote me out her intro and she wants me to read it, so let's do this. Milk, eggs, flour. Oh, no. Oh, here it is. This next comic enjoys improv comedy, kale chips, and romantic walks through Costco. That's cute. She's performed at the Ice House in Pasadena, and she's making her return to the warehouse tonight. Please welcome Deanna Jernigan, everybody.
Told him to read that, making it seem like I have an ego. Yeah, I did write it. It's cool. I'm feeling really good about this audience tonight. I'm feeling really good about this audience. Yes, I like the look of this because half you people are related to me, and the other half are Caucasian. So between blood ties and white guilt, I think I'm gonna get a lot of laughs. Yeah. I think it's gonna be good. So many family came here tonight. Even my aunt came out, visiting all the way from Virginia, right here. I had to trick her. Told her she was coming to a taping of Wheel of Fortune. So waiters keep asking her what she'd like to order, and she's like, a vowel. Just tricking her. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to have family here. I'm excited to be performing at the warehouse. I'll be honest, I get a little bit nervous when I perform at restaurants. It's a little distracting with all the food. I used to be over 300 pounds. Yeah, I used to weigh over 300 pounds. Yeah. So I'm a real foodie. Being 300 pounds, it's pretty much like wearing John Goodman as a coat. 365 days out of the year. So that's like a very sweaty experience. I wrote some books about it you might have heard of. 50 Shades of Grazing. I don't know if you guys picked that one up. Eat, Pray, Eat Some More. Yeah. Started to make a little documentary about my experience, although somebody took my title. I don't know if you guys have heard this little movie called The Hunger Games. Oh no, I'm a little upset about that. And this is a rough time of year for a former fat girl. It's a really rough. I know what you're thinking, you know, we made it through the holidays, wasn't so concerned about Thanksgiving, Christmas, even Valentine's Day wasn't bad, but it is that time of year. That is right, Girl Scout cookie season. Girl Scout cookie season, I am afraid, because those little fools are liars. You heard of Thin Mints? That is not a Thin Mint. They need to call that a Fat Mint. You ever seen anybody thin eating those mints? No. At least with Samoas, they try to warn you. Have you ever seen a Samoan? They're like 6'5", 300 pounds. So you know what you're getting into when you eat a Samoa, okay? None of these Thin Mints. So I'm still trying to keep the weight off. I'm very careful about what I eat. So I try not to have a lot of calories. I use Equal. But let me tell you that it's not equal. That stuff is not equal. They need to call it inferior. Because real sugar does not give me gas like a trucker at a burrito stand on Cinco de Mayo. That is not equal. That is not equal. But yeah, I'm still really like obsessed with food and weight and dieting. Like one of my favorite shows on the BBC is about that. Anybody have the BBC? Anybody have like good cable? No, nobody. Not one guy. That's all I'm looking for in a guy. A guy that can afford the good cable, the BBC. Oh. Yeah, so I watched a show called Super Size versus Super Skinny. And the premise is they take two people, one morbidly obese person and one really, really slim person, and they make them switch diets for a week. Yeah, it's really, really scary. So the host of the show, she comes on and she introduces the people every week. So she comes on and she goes, "On tonight's episode, we're going to meet George and Janet. George weighs 392 pounds. For breakfast, he has a pound of bacon, a gallon of milk, a truck, and a toddler. Let's check in with George. So George comes on. I like takeaway. I like Italian food because you get like the fried cheese and stuff. I don't like Chinese takeaway because they give you them little cookies with advice inside. Last one I read said, stop eating. So he didn't like that. Then the hostess comes back on. Now let's meet Janet. Janet weighs 89 pounds. For breakfast, she has air. For lunch, she has a pickle. And then Janet comes on. I like takeaway too, and I like snacks. Sometimes when I get hungry, I lick a potato chip. Then I put it back in the bag and save it for later. So by the end of the episode, George eats Janet, and they gotta find 2 more people, so that doesn't work out. So yeah, so I'm still obsessed with that stuff. I have a lot of weird moments as a former fat girl, like when I get on planes and I walk down the aisle and I get the window seat and there's already somebody sitting in the aisle, so I feel really uncomfortable trying to squeeze past. I forget I can fit now. So I did that the last time I flew. I went to my aisle and there was a woman already sitting there, and I said, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry, I have to squeeze by you to get to the window. And she said, it's all right. I saw some big people coming down the aisle. We're relieved to see you. And I'm like, should I say something? Should I stick up for my fat brethren? But rule number 1 about Fat Club is you don't talk about Fat Club. Especially once you get out of Fat Club. Because we don't have a secret handshake, we have a secret milkshake. And the secret is bacon. Just bacon. Just put bacon and everything. So I feel the need to kind of like spiff up a little bit now that I'm not heavy anymore and I can like see my toes. I feel the need to do things like, brush my hair and like shower. I decided to start getting my legs waxed recently, and I went to the salon, and did you know they charge by the leg? Have you been to these places? The sign, I kid you not, it says $58 a leg. And I'm like, who's coming in here, pirates? Like, arr, got to get my legs shined up. But I'm kind of broke, so I actually did just get the one leg. So I wear a lot of dresses with slits on dates. I'm like, just look at this one, baby. Just look at this one. I'm saving up to get the other one done. And I'm really not good at dating still, since slimming down. I'm really, really not good at dating. I mean, I gotta say, like, the only thing I've learned from dating so far is how to hold a fart for 2 hours. Yeah, how to hold a fart. And even that does not guarantee the second date. Not always. I got weird tasting guys for whatever reason. I like white guys with a sprinkle of Jew. I don't know where that came from, it just happened. So it's just all a weird experience. It's kind of like Star Wars, me and dating. It's kind of like Star Wars. Because if I don't like the guy, I'm very calm and wise. I'm like Yoda. I'm like, pay for my dinner or not. There is no try. I do not like you. This does not matter. But if I like the guy, I get all awkward and nervous and I turn into Chewbacca. And he asks me simple questions and I just cannot answer. He's like, so what do you like to do for fun? Are you from around here? And then the big question, you want to go out again? And then I just flee. Hide my face in shame. It's rough. I tried the whole online dating thing. You guys do the online dating? Anybody online date? Yeah, it's fun. Or offline, whatever, just line. It's fun. They have this thing called catfishing. Have you guys heard about catfishing? I was kind of scared of that. You've heard of it? Yeah, for those of you that don't know, catfishing is when somebody posts a picture of themselves and they show up and it's a completely different person. So, you know, you're expecting Channing Tatum and that Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones shows up. So I have not been catfished, fortunately. But I have been tilapia'd. And that's when the guy shows up, and it is him, but it's him from like 20 years ago. Yeah, so that's rough. That's rough. That's unfortunate. The first online date I went on was also very strange. I showed up at Starbucks, and the guy is already there, but he doesn't have a coffee. And I think we should get some coffee since we're at Starbucks, you know? And he said, well, I don't believe in paying for food or drinks out, but if you come back to my apartment, I can make you a salad for free. Yeah, true story. So on our next date, I didn't know. It was like 3 years ago. I had no options. But you guys are all invited to the wedding. He and I are getting married next week at his apartment. You guys have been great. I'm Deanna Jernigan.
Give it up for Deanna Jernigan, everybody! She's adorable! Guess I'm